I hear them talking in the streets, but they don't say the real. We really debating the industry and what the sixer feel. Cold shoulders turn to open arms when you on for real. Ain't no strangers to the bricks. Now let's build something for real. It's too real, real, it's too real, real, it's too real.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's Too Real, the podcast. We back. God blessed us to see another week. We here, man. What's up? How y'all doing, man? It's a good week out here, man. I just came back from catching some Pokemon and shit. Yeah, man. Trust me, I'm on the wave right now. I know. It's crazy. That Pokemon shit's crazy, though. Pokemon Go. Fuck it. It's just annoying, but it's fun. I can't lie. But what's good though? Hope everybody's out there having a good week, man. A lot's happened this week. A lot of just now I just seen something crazy just happen. Like I'm gonna talk about that a little later. Fuck, man. It's just been a good week out here. Back in the city, eating good food, smoking good weed. It's just best. I'm just happy to be home. Just happy to be alive, man. You know what I mean? Just happy to be a black man and just feel like, yo, I'm free. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be on this side of the world. You know what I mean? Shout out to Canada, man. Beautiful place. Lovely place. I'm so happy to be from here. Fuck, man. What's good? I guess, yeah, Troy Ave's free. You know what I mean? I guess he's a happy man just like me right now. Troy Ave probably eating some good meals. You know what I mean? Troy Ave's free on a $500,000 bail. You know what I mean? That's good for him, man. He didn't want to be in jail. Obviously, nobody does. So he's back out here. He can't do no shows though. He has to stay in one spot. So like he's got a lot of fucking conditions, to be honest. You know what I mean? He can't perform at all. Can't be around mad people. So I don't know what he's gonna be able to do. But anything's better than being in jail, right? So shout out to Troy Ave for getting bail free. I'm gonna get him his bail. Fuck, man. We gonna see what he does. You know what I mean? That's gonna be. I think that's dope, man. He gonna be probably getting mad interviews and shit. I want to hear what he says, his perspective on what happened. Obviously, he can't say too much, but we might just see. He might want to put some shit in the media just to help his case. You know what I mean? We go see how that play out. You know what I mean? But the rap world is just crazy right now, man. Like a lot of these rappers, they out of control right now. Your boy Lil Wayne just had another seizure. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know, man. I pray. We pray for him, man. That's all we can do, man. Hopefully he can get through this shit. Because at the end of the day, man, like, people don't realize how, like, yeah, right now we've been hearing about these seizures for, like, years. And we feel like he's invincible, but he's not, you know what I mean? When we really think about Michael Jackson, Prince, these guys all died at, like, 50s. You know what I mean? Who's to say he can't die at 30-something years old, 34 years old? You know what I mean? I'm not wishing death on him, but we just got to hope he gets his health together, man. Like, that lean shit, even niggas around you probably see them. They just addicts to all these pills and all this Xanax and shit. Niggas is sniffing coke. You know what I mean? Shit's different nowadays, you know what I mean? A lot of people just forgot about their principles or just maybe this is just who they are. You know what I mean? Like, so influenced by a whole bunch of bullshit. But we here, man. What else? Pray for Lil Wayne, man. Hope he'll be alright. Yeah, man, but you know what I mean? That's just what it is. You gotta persevere out here, man. You can't be, we don't want you to go, man. You know what I mean? Pray for Lil Wayne, because it'd be kind of crazy if he just dies. And it's just like one of the greatest MCs ever. And then that's just how it goes. Like, life really just hits you in the face like that. And I don't think people realize how life can deal you cards like that. And you just think, nah, man, trust me. I'm going to get it done tomorrow. You know what I mean? You don't got time all the time. So, fuck. Speaking of that, man, your man Lamar Odom, you know what I mean? My man Lamar Odom, former Laker, former NBA player. Only God knows what's really going on out here, man. Like, I'm not a millionaire, but I always think in people's shoes, you know what I mean? I'm always like, yo, I would never fuck up like that. I guess I can't tell that story because I don't know what it's like, but he's just gone right now, you know what I mean? They're saying he was on the plane. Back-to-back planes, he had to get off for vomiting, you know what I mean? Just being overly drunk. Like, he's just in a bad space right now, you know what I mean? And we're watching, I'm trying to say, a lot of us don't, we're just reading the headlines, and it's just like, yeah, that's so crazy. But, like, yo, these headlines are signs of, like, yo, when it happens, don't be surprised. We're going to be surprised when it happens, but don't be surprised. We're seeing all the signs right now, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy, man, because I'm telling you, man, I was reading that Bobby Brown book, man. These niggas, these guys are rock stars, man. These, like, they live in this lifestyle, man. Every Little Step by Bobby Brown, real dope book. Like, yo, this ain't the 90s no more. This ain't the 80s no more. All these niggas just doing mad drugs and just acting a fool like they can get away with it, especially now. And, like, the NBA is such on built on being a good, having good citizens and good people, so that they're not gonna fuck with them or hold them like that. You gotta clean up to be around the NBA players, you know what I mean? Be around NBA people. So all he really got is Chloe, and she already out here with Trey Songz. Like, he just probably lost his mind. He don't got nobody, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man, but it's kind of sad to see, man. And it's happened right before our eyes, you know what I mean? Um, shit's crazy out here, man. I always say, you gotta value life, man. You don't value life, life will just throw some shit your way and just, I hold that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, mad shit's just going on, and it's just like, I'm like, how are you niggas just getting in all this trouble? You know what I mean? It don't even make no sense, but niggas gonna be niggas sometimes. You know what I mean? Shout out to the boy Draymond Green. He ain't surprised me. You know what I mean? If Draymond Green end up slapping somebody in Michigan, like, that makes a lot of sense. When I read the headline, you know what I mean, Draymond Green got arrested. You know, when you back home, people just hating on you, you know what I mean? And he's Draymond Green. Like, one thing you gotta think about, like, yeah, he's a big dog now, but he was never a star player, you know what I mean? So he never had to deal with that pressure. He's probably been hitting niggas, been getting rough with niggas, you know what I mean? Been, like, as a fan, you talk shit, probably choke you up outside, because end of the day, you don't know his name. He ain't a big name guy like that. It was a second round pick, 50 something in the draft. You know what I mean? So he lived up to his name now by being a star, but he probably still has them old nigga tendencies, and just like, yo, what the fuck you mean? We in Michigan, probably drunk. You know what I mean? When the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling if he's going to hit him or he's going to kick him. You know what I mean? Draymond Green, he's a different type of nigga. Like, kicking Steven Adams all day, kicking mad niggas in the league. Like, I know I that didn't surprise me when I read that headline. He's definitely about that type of shit. Like, I could see him slapping somebody else. All that person wants is a paycheck. You know what I mean? If it ain't on camera, hopefully he beats it. But that didn't shock me. Like, you know what I mean? Certain niggas, just that's in their nature. You know what I mean? I see that being in Draymond's nature, especially being from Michigan. You know what I mean? He just looked like a nigga that want to slap somebody. You know what I mean? That ain't surprised me. Hopefully he beats the case. Then, you know, people just want money. That's what it was about. Probably getting at him. Oh, you ain't win a championship, nigga. You know what I mean? He just drunk and he just like, man, I slap this nigga. He slapped that nigga. That's what happened. Yo, NBA niggas getting in mad trouble though. Like, I know if I name this guy, you guys are not gonna know who he is, but Mike Scott. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's on the Atlanta Hawks no more. But if I say the guy with the emoji tats, you know what I mean, with the little devil tats, I know you guys know who I'm talking about. Yeah, my guy Mike Scott, I don't know what happened, but apparently he's pleaded not guilty for being in the car with mad drugs. He's saying the drugs weren't his, but he took the charge basically to protect his mans. I guess it was his brother. You know what I mean? So they found 10 grams of MDMA, Molly, and a pound of weed. You know what I mean? So he's looking at some serious charges right now, to be honest. Obviously, they said he's facing up 25 to life, but, like, that's just the shit they're saying. That's the maximum, but, like, he's saying it ain't his, but he already took the charge. So we gonna see what happens. I don't know if he's in the league, because I know the league don't play that type of shit. But he was on the Hawks last time I checked, you know what I mean? But I see him out here pleading not guilty, trying to take the charges back, even though he already said it was his, you know what I mean? But we gonna see how that works, you know what I mean? Fuck, man. Joe Budden's still out here trying to get at Drake. Sad, man. Like, just attacking Drake on Twitter, attacking Drake. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it no more, man. Like, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, still going at Meek. Like, yo. And the thing about it is, like he says, he doesn't care because nobody's going to end his career, because his career is not really like he has a career. Like I'm not gonna like say he doesn't have like a market. Like yeah, he does his shows. Like he has loyal fans. I'll say that. Like there's really people that fuck with Joe. You know what I mean? But it's just like my nigga. Like you really think like you can throw stones at the throne right now? It's like me making a diss track with Joe Budden and be like, yo, come get at me. Like yo, I'm dissing you. Like I'm a nobody rapper. That's how it is to you to Drake. Like you ain't a nobody. You ain't somebody to him. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like it don't make no sense. But he's throwing stones. I'm telling you, he's throwing stones at Meek, talking mad shit about Meek. Like Meek just gonna put some goons on his ass, and we gonna see another video like with the Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen to Joe. I don't know what's going on with Joe right now. I don't know if Drake fucked one of his bitches. Like he's sour right now, man. Like before it was alright. It was about the MC shit, but like if you dropped your 2 tracks and he's just not responding, you're still like just popping shit. Come on, man. You really want Drake to just give you one of those names, put your name in history and put you on the wall. You know what I mean? That ain't happening. That ain't happening, my guy. But fuck, man. What else? What else been shaking out here? A lot of wild shit, man. I don't know. Something's in the water in Hollywood, man. Congrats to Kobe though. My boy, the Bean. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Kobe. Kobe be shooting some next type of shit. You know what I mean? My man Kobe's about to have his third girl. About to have a baby. You know what I mean? This nigga just retired. So yeah, I'm about to put these knees to work, man. It's been long years, 20 years, man. Shout out to Kobe, man. Another girl. I don't know. I guess he probably doesn't want a son. You don't want that type of pressure on your son to want to have to be you or what. But 3 girls in a row, that's crazy to me. I might as well, if I'm him, I'm going to the doctor and be like, yo, what's up, man? Like, can I get a boy? I know. I swear there's ways to do that. You know what I mean? Especially with the dough that the being got. You know what I mean? But shout out to Kobe, man. Also, in the NBA, Tim Duncan retired today, man. He announced his retirement. That's crazy, man. Like, everybody I grew up on is just gone. And it's just like, I'm not even old. You know, I'm 24, but it just feels like, yo, I guess, I don't know, man. The game is going to be looking different next year. D-Wade's on the next team. Mad KD is on another team. But it's just like Kobe's gone. AI's gone. Jason Kidd's gone. Tim Duncan's gone. KG's still in the league, but, he ain't really, like, he's there. He's still there, but, it's just different. Paul Pierce is still there right now, but, like, the league's different, man. Like, if you're really a 90s baby, late 80s baby, like, you're really looking at this league and you're like, damn, son, like, this what them old niggas felt like. Because I guess 10 years from now, when I'm talking about Kobe and all these niggas, them young niggas gonna be like, probably getting at me like, yo, that nigga was shit. He can't compare to whoever's popping then. You know what I mean? But crazy. That shit's crazy. Like, I'm really not seeing some of the guys out there, like the Ray Allens, like shit didn't change. Like I really watch basketball, man. Like the whole, like the guys like the Sharif Abdul-Rahims, like guys just ain't there. Like it's crazy. Like Jason Terry, like, yo, these are really guys that were really balling back in the day, you know what I mean? And I don't know, man. This is just how the time works, you know what I mean? But Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward ever, you know what I mean? The fundamentals, the big fundamentals. We used to watch him just hit the bank shot all the time, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, you just didn't even know the perfection. Even when I was younger, until I really grew up, I'm just seeing him kill, but because he wasn't being flashy about it, I really didn't really fuck with him like that, you know what I mean? It's crazy, him and the wars him and Kevin Garnett had, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy because Kevin Garnett had to be so hood and just so fucking vicious with it because Tim's so good, and he was great too. Kevin Garnett was great too, but Tim was better to me. Obviously, Tim had to bet more players and system to perfect his craft and win the rings, unlike KG did. But like, I don't know if their friendship is there, if there's any respect, because they're the greatest power forwards of their era, I feel. And KG said a lot of fucked up shit to him, you know what I mean? I'm not, honestly, I was going to say the story, but let me just let Duncan go on his high horse, man. There's no point in me. You can Google that story. He said some fucked up shit to him, you know what I mean? But I'm going to just let Duncan rock still. Let him enjoy his retirement. It was a fucked up story. I'm not going to bring that up. Fucking, what else, man? Like, yeah, the NBA, man, it's just looking real different right now. Raptors signed Jared Sullinger. You know what I mean? I guess that's to replace I don't know who that's to replace because Sullinger's good. Like, I like that, but they lost Biyombo and they lost James Johnson. I guess that's it. They didn't really lose much. And Louis Scola, you know what I mean? That ain't nothing. But yeah, I guess I just don't think that's enough. You know what I mean? If you're a Raptor fan, like you guys are just so giddy, man. Like it's crazy. Raptor fans are crazy, man. Like I'm a Raptor fan. Don't let me say it like that. But like the ones that are just nuts about it, like yeah, we're gonna be no way we're there. Like my nigga, be realistic. If you really watch basketball, be realistic, man. You need more, man. In the East right now, you need more. You need more, man. Don't sleep on the Knicks. I like what they're doing, man. I like what they're doing out there. Boston Celtics, I like what they've done. Indiana Pacers, man. To me, that's the number 2 team in the league right now. Like, fuck what you heard, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I think Raps just, got Masai's always getting something done, you know what I mean? You got Jerry selling just for $6 million to replace what Biombo was gonna get, and he could shoot three. He's decent. He's a really good player. I like him, but my nigga, I don't know. I think they need more. I think they need more, man. KD is. I don't know. I'm still thinking about you, man. Like, that decision, man. Some days I wake up I'm like, really? You really did that, man. I just can't wait to see you play Russ. Shit's crazy. You did that, man. I can't wait to see that game. Oh man, NBA's just different, man. Like it's just different, man. I know there's gonna be more trades for the league before it starts, man. So I just want to see shit look a little more even. You know what I mean? That's all I want to see. Like I just want to see shit look a little more even. It's looking real two-sided on each side right now, and on the East it's really one side, and then the West, Golden State's just right above everybody. But then I'm just gonna still put the Spurs now because Tim Duncan's gone. Maybe they're just really now focusing. They got on LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi. You know what I mean? Make it work. Can't count them out. But in the West, man, that's it. That's the only guys I see. You know what I mean? Some trades got to pop because the West is looking real one-sided, man. The Clippers, those are just underachievers. Like they're like now with Golden State in their division, they're completely gone. It's just sad. The Lakers is just it's just sad. It's just sad. But yeah, man. Congrats to the boys. See Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal. You know what I mean? They won the Euros. Even though Cristiano didn't play in the last game, it is what it is. That's the leader on the sidelines. That's the big dog. Got one for his city. I mean, for his country, because I remember 2004 when they lost to Greece in penalties. That was sad. It was just an upset. You know what I mean? They upset France, you know what I mean, this year. So that was big for them. And, France, shout out to them. They played well. Shout out to Antoine Griezmann. He got the player of the tournament, you know what I mean? So that's big for them. Fuck, man. It's just good to be home, to be honest, yo. It's just good to be home. Shout out to Dominican Republic, man. But that's just a different place, man. That's all I can say. That's just a different place. If you're really from where I'm from, or like any first world country, you know what I mean? Like, it's just different. Like, you gotta just adapt. And I understand that. Like, I'm not knocking the country or how other people live, but you gotta adapt. Like, I think you can't even make pizza properly. It's just like Pizza Hut and Domino's. You guys shouldn't bring your franchises over there if you're not gonna send somebody over there to make sure it's up to the same standard. You can't play those games with me. Like that's not right. Like even the Cinnabon, like my nigga, like I went to get Cinnabons, and Cinnabons are icy. Like they put icing all over your Cinnabon all the way. Like that's how Cinnabons look like out here, right? The Cinnabon over there look like the Cinnabon at Tim Hortons out here, where it's just like they just put a little bit of ice on the top. And I just cut. I'm like, yo, I really came here for this shit, and I had to drive mad far too just to get it. It's like you don't need to bring in corporations to these places if you're not gonna keep it up to standard. You're fucking up your name. Like, you know what I mean? You don't do that shit. Pizza Hut was disgusting. Domino, like all that shit it's not up to standard. You know what I mean? But I get that people over there can eat it, but I'm used to different. You know what I mean? And they gotta fix up they're on the Caribbean island, man. Like they gotta fix up their weed laws, man. They're so strict with the weed laws. You know what I mean? Beautiful people, man. Great people. Nice weather. You know what I mean? Like very cultured people. Like nice people. A lot of people don't speak English. You know what I mean? So you gotta get your Spanish up. You know what I mean? But all in all, it's a nice place. You know what I mean? It's a very nice place, but you could just tell, like, there's still tension. Like, you really see the Haitians out there, like, just doing, like, the Haitians out there just doing a lot of working jobs and shit. Like, it's just crazy. It's just a different type of lifestyle out there, man. But, yeah, man, shout out to the Haitians, too, man. They're out there, though. They're out there. They're making it work, Spanish, French, and English. Like, They need jobs out here. They trilingual out here. You know what I mean? Give them jobs out here. Make them come work out here. I met some real dope patients out there. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my review of the Dominican Republic. It's a cool place, but for somebody like me who likes to have certain food, certain weed and shit, like, it's not, man. It's not. It's not a go, man. It's not a go, especially on the Caribbean island. I think I should have went to Jamaica, some type shit. I think that would be a better place to smoke weed and just people speak English. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of places I guess you should go. Because I don't know, man. You got to get your Spanish up out there. Maybe that's how you find certain things. But like the food wise, man, nah. But yeah, man. Shout out to Dominican Republic. Fuck, yo. Last week, I mean, we spoke about. I spoke about Alton that died. You know what I mean? Then as soon as the man that was outside the convenience store and just passed away, not passed away. I'm sorry. The feds shot him and killed him for no reason because he was selling CDs and a homeless man made that call, even though that the store owner allowed him to sell these CDs outside the store and knew him for many years. You know what I mean? That store owner is now suing the police because they seized the footage, and then he has another reason for suing them, but they just did some fucked up shit, so he's suing them. And now, but yo, as soon as I dropped that episode, I didn't know that the next morning somebody else would die. You know what I mean? Philando Castile died. Another person was shot in a car, riding with his kid and his wife or his girlfriend. I'm not sure what she was. You know what I mean? And he was actually a upstanding citizen. You know what I mean? He was a black guy. Yeah, he had dreads. He had a firearm in his car, but he was licensed to carry. You know what I'm saying? And this guy worked at a school with kids. I saw a lot of the mothers and the parents, the principals writing a speech about this guy, saying this guy was a great staff worker. He knew out of all the kids, he knew who shouldn't have certain things. He knew all their allergies, literally off the top of his head. Like, he was a diligent worker. He took pride in his job. You know what I mean? Those type of people that help bridge the gap between black and white people, because obviously we do have some people that, you know what I mean, they're in the hood and their mind states aren't the same as everybody else. You know what I mean? We know that. Like, there is people that are ignorant and do things that give us a bad name, but there's also people out here that are hardworking and honest people, you know what I mean, that are black people, and they really care about everybody else, you know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy how this guy died, and it's just like, yo, these cops just really can do whatever they feel like, you know what I mean? So with that being said, the next day it led to a protest in Dallas, I don't know if it's a Black Lives Matter protest, but a protest with black people obviously protesting all these killings. And that being, I know you know now what happened with was it 5 officers got killed and 7 got wounded, you know what I mean? So that's what happened because of all this bullshit that's going on. And honestly, I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Like, I don't want to be going off of Twitter. I don't want to be going off of like internet and shit. But the whole story is just crazy. You know what I mean? The guy that did it is dead now. Basically, a robot killed him and he recorded his last confession. So it's just like, it just sounds like a movie, and nobody's come forward to claim this guy and say that he's their family member or anything of that sort. You know what I mean? It's just nuts. The story just doesn't add up if you got like any bit of sense, but you don't want to believe that the government's just lying to you and saying 5 people died. So if they did die, rest in peace, and God bless their families, you know what I mean? And those that are wounded, let them heal, you know what I mean? But I don't know. We haven't seen any officers' names been spoken of. We haven't seen any national funeral. I don't know. It's just so much shit that's just not coming out right now, and we still don't even know about this guy. But he has pictures. You know what I mean? That's all we know. He has pictures, and he's a black guy. So I don't know if this was to change the narrative of what was going on between the black relations in the country or what. But if it was a true incident, obviously I don't take pride in any of that, and I don't condone it. I mean, life is life, and I love life. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody getting killed for no reason. You know what I mean? So that right there, I don't understand. But the whole story that we're getting from the news and everything just doesn't make sense. And it just, like, to be honest, the news is just not talking about what sparked the whole thing now. Is just talking. A lot of people really showed their colors that night when the officers were killed and the story came out. A lot of politicians, people saying Black Lives Matter is racist, that it's a war on. Joe Walsh, a former congressman, was saying it's a war on Obama, it's a war on Black Lives Matter. Just, certain things, certain people showed their colors that night. And we know, man, we're living in a time where a lot of people are undercover racism, but like, it just let these little situations come out and they gonna show you who they are, you know what I mean? So it's just real. Like, a lot of people a lot of people are saying this all lives matter thing, and which is trying to distract the movement, which is Black Lives Matter, because nobody's saying all lives don't matter, but the movement is Black Lives Matter because Black lives are the ones being taken away innocently for no reason every single day, you know what I mean? And Black lives are the ones that are being harassed every single day at a rate that other lives aren't being harassed at, you know what I mean? So it's just, I guess today, some fucking Canadian singers, I never heard of them, you know what I mean? But obviously they're not our type of music or urban type music or whatever you're listening to. But the tenors, I don't know who they are. They were in I think New York, and they're performing at the All-Star game, and they decided to sing Canadian national anthem. And during the national anthem, they changed the lyrics to something about we're all brothers and sisters, all lives matter, while singing the Canadian anthem. And then, so they caught a lot of flack for that, you know what I mean? So after that being done, obviously a lot of people went off of them, because at the end of the day, to me, it's like, first of all, to me, it was just a reach. It was just something to just capitalize off the moment. I don't know if they care about the movement. I don't know if they even care about what's going on, but it was just something to reach off of. Like, that's mad headlines, right? But thing about it is like, you just fucked up your whole market. First of all, you're in America singing this shit, fucking up the Canadian national anthem because you just want to push your little agenda. It's not even a Canadian problem, really. Obviously, all lives matter, and people dying around the world is a problem for the whole world. But this is an American thing, and you're just trying to really gain some American fans or whatever it is. So you fuck up the Canadian anthem, and then now you fucked up your black relations, because black people always give you a seat at the table. You know what I mean? Until you fuck it up. Like, you could be white, Indian, Chinese, Hispanic, whatever. Black people always give you a seat at the table to prove yourself and show that you can be around. Like, we always gonna do that. So now you fucked up that by doing this all lives matter thing when people are still getting killed. You know what I mean? You don't really care about what's going on. So it's just kind of fucked up to see, man. The world is just in a very strange place, man. And I don't know, man. If you read your Bible, you read your Revelations, this just might be the times, man. Because if Donald Trump becomes president, then you know what time it is, man. It's gonna be 4 good years, 3 bad years, or is it 7 good years, and then the rest of the year, next year is gonna be hell. You know what I mean? We gotta see what's up, man. Like, the world is in a very scary place, man. Very, very scary place. But yeah, that's what's going on out here, man. But Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna keep saying that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We do matter, and we just gotta find a way to preserve our lives, and we just also gotta find a way to support black businesses, man. Keep our money black like other communities do. You know what I mean? Control our destiny with money. We earn a lot, and we just don't do enough. You know what I mean? With the money that we make, and we just look at whether it's street money, we gonna go buy all these Italian designers. We don't buy black clothing because it ain't prestigious. You know what I mean? The logo ain't recognized, and that don't mean it could be fly as shit. You know what I mean? But you niggas won't buy it because it ain't Italian, it ain't foreign, and it's just like, you'd rather go spend $1,000 on a shirt by a nigga that doesn't want you wearing this shit, but will gladly take your money and not let you into his store, or when you get in the store, watch you and send his staff to watch you while you about to spend that money in the store. You know what I mean? Instead of buying some fly shit by some black nigga because it's just not fly. I mean, it's just not recognized. You know what I mean? Those are the things that are holding us back. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can really look. You don't gotta go to and I'm not trying to shit on people, but like, funny thing is, all the weave stores that girls go to are owned by Asian people. Like, they're really owned by Asian people. Like, all these girls want to go buy foreign hair, you know what I mean? But it's really the people that sell it are the Asians, you know what I mean? So like, there's an app called Where You, WHEREU, that shows you all the black-owned businesses in your area. You know what I mean? So I think you should look into that. It's gonna help you find some places that you can support. You know what I mean? Just support your own, man, because real shit. It's like, only way to start, man, is to start helping each other, help each other get on our feet. You know, support each other's businesses, man, each other's like moves, whatever it is, man. Like black people, we have a lot of shit going on right now, man. Support some people's hairdressers, support some people's businesses on the come up, invest in people, you know what I mean? Help give people advice. We gotta share knowledge and share it with each other, and then we can just build. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that's gonna help us, man. That's the only thing, because at the end of the day, we're the minority, and we already know that, like, our backs are against the wall. We know that, but that doesn't stop us from making it. You know what I mean? We're always ready to go, and we got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? But definitely look into Where You, and support that black business. Any black business you need, whatever's on there that could address your needs, go fuck with it, man. But speaking of supporting black businesses, man, I hate it. I hate it had to be so, man. I hate it, but it's just like, you know what it is. Like, you know what it is, but you don't want to say it. When you love that nigga so much, you just turn your eye to that nigga, act like he's, you know that nigga's your nigga, that nigga might got some foul ways, but you just love that nigga because that's your nigga. You know what I mean? That's Jay for you, man. Got mad love for Jay-Z. He's in my top 3, top 5 for sure. You know what I mean? I could recite his lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, Hove gave me so many jewels I listened to, man. But it's just like, when you look at Hove and how, like, I'm a person that's, I don't want to be cliche and say, oh, big on loyalty or whatever, but I just think I'm a good-hearted person, you know what I mean? So I always just want to, like, I always probably judge people by the shit that I do for people. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, so with that person, why don't other people do that type of shit? You know what I'm saying? So obviously, before I even clear this up, and before I even get into this, like, a lot of people think, oh, like, yeah, some people that are rich file bankruptcy, right? Like Donald Trump could file bankruptcy, 50 Cent could file bankruptcy, and be like, oh, but he still got money. That don't mean you broke. That's what people love to say. But filing bankruptcy still is not a good thing. Like, you wouldn't do it if you ain't, like, if shit ain't fucked up. Like, don't get it twisted. Yeah, you may got money, but shit's fucked up. Like, when people say, oh, he wouldn't, like, he still got money, y'all tripping. Nah, the nigga's fucked up. Like, he's trying to figure some shit out. That's why he's filing bankruptcy. So, with that being said, the boy Memphis Bleek just filed bankruptcy, man. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, Memphis Bleek from Rockefeller, from Marcy Projects, Jay's nigga, you know what I mean? He just filed bankruptcy. Obviously, I don't think he's broke like that per se, but he's fucked up. His finances is fucked up. Apparently, he's owing like 300-something thousand in debts, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I know Jay's probably like, fucking this guy, man. Fucking, why you do that, Bleak? You know niggas gonna look at you away, like, but he had to do what he had to do, and it's just like, yo, obviously, you look at Beans, you look at Free, like, yo, only niggas that made money, that got dough, besides Kanye on the dip from the Rockefeller movement, is the Dips, and they was Dame's niggas, they was Harlem niggas that know how to get money, like, and that's probably because of Dame too. Like, Jay was really, like, yo, he's told Beans, Beans, I ain't trying to change you, trying to give you some games to make the transition from the street to the fame, you know what I mean? But, like, that's the game that I'm really wondering. Like, Beans did have state property, and for some reason his business didn't prosper, and he didn't get to make money off it. Obviously, Bleak selling Duce now, whatever he's doing, but it's like, is that really enough to sustain this lifestyle? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of these niggas, he'll rap on tracks and he made a lot of niggas millionaires, but he didn't help keep a lot of niggas to be millionaires. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, these are grown men. Obviously, that's the thing. People gonna say he's a grown man, but you can also teach a nigga how to make money, how to keep money. You know what I mean? Like, Master P did that for niggas. A lot of niggas do that for you. Like, I think Rose is a nigga that'll do that. Like, nobody wearing Rose. I don't think you're gonna see them going broke. You know what I mean? Like, and not to say maybe Bleak ain't broke, but it looks like Bleak only got one crib, and his wedding rings and the car is what he's claiming. You know what I mean? So it's just like, like you could say, oh yeah, if he was rich, he's still rich. He just filing bankruptcy. You seen Jay-Z file for bankruptcy before? You seen Diddy file for bankruptcy before? Because they ain't fucked up. Their finances is in order. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just crazy to see Memphis Bleek do that. You know what I mean? When Jay's already made lines about putting him in his will. You know what I mean? Knowing that Bleek's always gonna be good. Yeah, Bleek's gonna be good, but like, yo, he ain't. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of niggas say he's a grown man, but nah, fuck that. If you really saying that's your man's or whatever, and you really brought him into this game, like you didn't really show him how to get it like that, man. Like, I don't think Bleek's a millionaire. That's what it's looking like to me, and that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Like, I don't think this nigga's a millionaire. Like, and that's not to watch his pockets, and not to have hundreds of thousands ain't good, but like that name holds weight. You know what I mean? That name being beside Jay-Z for all those years and being loyal to Jay-Z, it holds weight. But it's just like you look at a lot of niggas, it was just business. You know what I mean? It was just business. And it's just like, I'm gonna show it, like, you gotta watch me, but I ain't gonna tell you how. I don't know. But like, a lot of them niggas don't look like they on. Cam looks like he got money. I know he got money. Jimmy got money. You know what I mean? Niggas got money. Like, Joel's got money. Joel's eye out here. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, B. I don't know. Shit's crazy over there. Memphis Bleek filed bankruptcy, man. That's, fuck with you. I know niggas gonna be like, yeah, that don't mean he broke, man. Stop it. You know what I mean? Stop it. You only do that when shit's like you're trying to figure shit out, man. Like, for him to be owing 300,000, it's just not something that you would think in your head. You would never think that. But on some next shit, man, I don't know, some next shit. Rich Homie Quan. Yeah. Hip Hop Honors, the VH1 Hip Hop Honors. They honored Lil Kim and they honored Missy Elliott yesterday. You know what I mean? So Lil Kim was doing her songs. Basically, she was doing her performance. Yeah, her performance. You know, I'm high. Don't mind me. Like, when you've been smoking bush and you smoke real kush, you know, your body's got to find a way to get a balance to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, she was doing her performance and she was reciting the Junior Mafia's Get Money track with her and Biggie. So I don't know why she used Rich Homie Quan to be Biggie, like, to help do the performance. She could have used anybody, you know what I mean? But I'm guessing she was just feeling Rich Homie swag and his voice or whatever it was. He came out in the Coogee, came out in the Timbs, you know what I mean? I'm sure it was just some carcanized jeans or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but when he started the verse for the Get Money verse, he fucked up the verse. And he just literally fucked up the verse. Instead of saying Caesar Leo or Caesar Nino, he was like with Caesar and Alamo. And then he literally just let the next 4 bars just play. Then he jumped back in. Like, it was just really embarrassing, you know what I mean? And a lot of people got at him, you know what I mean? Because, first of all, end of the day, if you don't know the song, you don't know the song. But, yo, you can learn a verse in like 4 days. I'm pretty sure they didn't call you an hour before and be like, yo, come perform. Like, I heard he knew about it. He was supposed to be in order for the verse. He said he knew the verse and just didn't, you know what I mean? And that's kind of disrespectful to go out there and like and not take it seriously. You know what I mean? You should know your shit. You know what I mean? You're a rapper. You perform. I know you're not that nervous in front of a whole crowd. You know what I mean? He said he wrote a letter today apologizing, saying he was nervous, but end of the day, he probably never listened to Biggie, and it's just crazy. That's the fucking the topic that's going around right now, because obviously I think he's born in like 1990 or so. Yeah, he's born in 1990 or some shit, or 89. He's 26 years old, so obviously just like me, I'm a 91, like December, like late December. So like I'm almost 92. I'm a 91 now. So a lot of us weren't like, we were alive, but we couldn't bump Tupac and Biggie. Like, I know for sure my mom wasn't playing Biggie and Tupac, you know what I mean? But as you grow up, you catch up, because when you fall in love with hip hop and you listen to music, you're like, fuck, and you start getting your line wire, your everything right. You just start downloading mad shit, and you get caught up, and you're like, holy. Especially Tupac and Biggie, like, those are the gods of this shit. Like, those names will forever ring bells, like, because their names are just like synonymous with each other. They just go to each other, and like the story's just deep, like the affiliated acts, to Puffy, to Snoop, like to Dre, like there's so many people that just their names are always gonna pop up. So it's like you always have to know about them, you know what I mean? So it's like it's just like, first of all, if you didn't know the verse, that's cool, man. A lot of niggas didn't know the verse, but I don't think he's from that cloth of hip hop. Like, you could tell he's a trap rapper, he's a swag rapper. So I guess that's not his thing. But end of the day, I just feel like regardless, if you're gonna perform, you can prepare. You know what I mean? You can prepare for that. That's light. You can prepare and learn the verse. But it's crazy because end of the day, even Chief Keef said some shit where he's like, he only knows one song from Tupac and Biggie. You know what I mean? And then there, a lot of niggas were young. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you ain't go back and catch up. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why it's be funny to me when niggas be talking about, oh man, Jordan the greatest, and I'm like, my nigga, like, I know you don't remember watching Jordan that much when you were 4 years old, like when you were 5 years old, and then when, like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas be talking like they saw it. Like, don't talk about don't tell me what you read. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't see it and he didn't amaze you in your own eyes and you didn't see the bums you was playing against, don't come tell me about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't be mesmerized and baptized. If you ain't into that, if you wasn't around, just all right. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I think Rich Homie Quan could have did better with that, man. You could have learned your verse. Like, you didn't have to go play yourself, especially in New York, and just show hip hop. Like, a lot of niggas, you just showed your cloth to the culture and to your peers. You know what I mean? You just showed your cloth. Like, damn, this nigga don't even know Biggie verse. Like, a lot of niggas really looking at you crazy right now. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. That's just how the game goes sometimes, man. But yeah, man, it's too real, man. I don't know, man. I don't know where the Toronto rappers is at. We need someone on the show, man. Y'all fucking around. I need some guests on the show. I need some people from the city on the show, man. What's up? Hit me up, man. It's too real the podcast at gmail.com. Like, right now, man, press that little heart right there. If you're on the iTunes shit, subscribe and review. You know what I mean? Tell a friend to tell a friend. And yeah, man, it's too real the podcast. We here. Be back. See you next week, man. God bless. Yeah.